So,
right.
Should we start?
Get started? Yeah. Let's go for it.
Okay.
So, first of all, we've got the liquid foundation, which I like to apply with a brush. There's the foundation brush. That's Margot's own color.
So, because we're also brown people, we do have to kind of share and blend sometimes. If you're a different shade, sometimes like in the winter right now in New York, I'm super, super light because there's no sun. So I look really pale. And then in the sun, I'm like really dark. So sometimes I have to blend a little bit. So how do we do that, Norma?
And, that's true for everyone, actually, because as the seasons change, most people, they're paler in the winter. And so for most people, they need probably two foundations and they can mix and match. And that's something they'll get to learn how to blend the colors together, whether you need a drop of one or more of another, and that's just practice. So you just put a little. I like to use a clean hand, and I put it on the back of my hand quite often. That's how I work. Yeah, and then you can take a dab rather than mixing the two actually together. You can just take dabs of each one and apply it as and where you need it. So.
And also, when I get to the bottom of my bottle, I kind of I open this sometimes.
Yes.
And I really just put it on my hand, because whenever every person on this Zoom knows when you get to the end of a bottle, it's hard to scoop out the life.
Yeah. Tip it upside down. Yeah. Tip it upside down and then let it drain, and then you can use those last bits. Yes. Saving the environment, saving money, saving everything. Yeah, yes. Perfect.
So I have my SAPPHO shader brush. I don't know if it will focus in on here. I'm going to try my best, y'all. Shader brush. Yeah. It's kind of angled. And I know that this is a shader, but I like to use this for the foundation.
Yeah, and they do make a foundation brush too, which is a flatter version of that. But again, a lot of what we're talking about is personal choice. So we're giving ideas on what to use, but you can still mix and match your own ingredients with the foundation, the colors, and also the tools. So Margot, as she says, likes to use the shader brush, but we have a flatter foundation brush also. So, and this foundation is what we call, like to say buildable, which means you can put it on and you can shear it right out to almost nothing, or you can put a few more layers, or even stipple over areas that may be problem areas if you've got a slight skin condition, melasma, which is darkening of the skin, or you've got as Margot says, a little bit of problem areas. Then you can just stipple. And that's just pat the skin, and it builds up, but still looks very natural.
So this is stippling, right?
Yes.
Pat. Okay.
Yes. Cool. And it just builds up and covers any problem areas.
I have two things to say about the foundation, Norma, that I love. Whenever you put it on your hand, it really heats up and activates.
Yes.
That's the cool thing about SAPPHO, is that it has so many beautiful oils in it that that's why it blends so well to your skin. But when you put it on the back of your hand, as long as it's clean, everybody, we don't want the dirty hands. As long as you have it on a clean hand, it really kind of activates the foundation. And one trick that you told me, which I never knew, because I always was taught that you have to take the foundation all the way down to your collarbone line. Norma taught me this, and this blew my mind. She said, you don't have to take it down all the way. I might be getting this wrong, Norma, so fix me.
I know.
You don't have to take it down all the way if it's the right color.
Just blend it underneath the chin and just lightly take it down, not all the way. You don't need to take it all the way down. That's the trick of choosing the right color and mixing your colors.
Right. I always also used to take that all the way to my shoulder blades,
down to your waist. Another thing you mentioned about the oils, I just have to say the oils are essential oils, so it's not an oil-based makeup. It's a water-based makeup, but it's got essential oils. It's now JoAnn's going to go more into the ingredients, but just so you know, it's essential oils that are very complementary to any skin type.
So you guys can already see like how well this covers, and that was just one round, you know? So yeah. I'm gonna go back in and what is it? Stipple,
yes.
Stipple?
over those problem areas. I know you've got a couple sort of on your chin area.
I do, yeah.
Stipple
I kind of
a little there.
I break out like the most like on my hormonal zones, so I'm gonna stipple, just like Norma said, around those spots where I tend to scar a little bit more.
Yes.
And it might feel like a lot, but it actually doesn't. It blends like perfectly in. It's insane. So if you guys, if you like to go in on makeup coverage as much as I do, then SAPPHO is the place for you. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty awesome.